Hi everyone, this is Shauna Tarosa, RAYAC Executive Officer, and this is my desk. In this monthly video cast, we go over questions that are coming across my desk every single day so we can have much smoother real estate transactions here in York and Adams counties. And the topic that I have today is, can you give clients a code to enter the property without the buyer's agent? Big no. Absolutely not should you be sharing any of the codes for the clients to access the property without the buyer's agent being present in the home. So unfortunately, I've gotten this call 2 times this past month where we've had listing agents who were concerned that the property was shown without the buyer agent being present, and that buyer agent shared a lockbox code in order to get into that property. So then the listing agent asked, what recourse do I have? What can we do about it? Well, the first thing is the question that I always ask, was it a central lockbox? Because if it's a central lockbox, then the RAYAC central lock rules and regulations apply. And we could, do the due diligence of going through the process of finding out whether or not that individual shared that code, a one-day code, for example, to their buyers and access to property without the buyer's agent being present. But if it wasn't a central lockbox being utilized, then the central lock rules and regulations that RAYAC has in place do not apply. So that's another big reason why you should always use central lockboxes when you're listing those properties. So let's say that the central lockbox wasn't used and it was a combination lockbox, and it was a combo code that was shared from the buyer's agent to the potential buyers of the property who went and toured the home without their buyer's agent being present. So what can you do about that? So the Code of Ethics indicates under Standard of Practice 3-9 that realtors shall not provide access to listed properties on terms other than those established by the owner or the seller. So potentially you could file a Code of Ethics complaint against the buyer's agent for giving access to the property other than those agreed upon by the terms of the owner of the property itself. So you would file that Code of Ethics complaint with the primary association in which the member belongs to. That would be your only option, given that you didn't use a central lockbox. If you use a central lockbox, you could have filed with RAYAC and gone through the RAYAC process of the central lock rules and regulations. So just another plug there too, with the central lockboxes, not only are they more secure, but you know who's accessing the property when they're accessing the property. So you as a listing agent can get notifications that you can share with your buyer if they are or with your seller if you're utilizing that central lockbox. It can tell you when the lockbox was opened, when the property was entered, and when that showing was completed. There's lots of great reasons and benefits to why you would want to use a central lockbox over those individual combination lockboxes. And if I've gotten 2 calls this past month of buyers agents who are sharing that information with their buyers directly and not joining them in those property tours, we can probably bet that there's been more of that happening in our marketplace. So another great reason why to keep those central lock boxes on your properties at all times. So I hope you found that information helpful to you. If you ever have any other topics or questions you'd like me to address in this video blog, please feel free to reach out to me because my doors and ears are always open to you. Thanks so much and have a wonderful day.